Under Trump, this kind of government will perish from the earth.
In July 2023, Robert De Niro's world crumbled. First, his teenage grandson died from a lethal drug cocktail. Then, months later, his partner suffered facial paralysis after childbirth. As if that wasn't enough, a bitter court battle soon exposed dark secrets about his private life. For the first time in his 60-year career, the intensely private star couldn't escape the scandals. Born on August 17, 1943, in Manhattan, De Niro came from a family of artists. His father, of Irish and Italian descent, and his mother, with Dutch, English, French, and German roots, were both painters. They met in 1941, bonded by art, but their love didn't last. When De Niro was 2, his parents separated after his father realized he was gay. Though they no longer lived together, his father remained in his life. As a pale, skinny child, he was nicknamed Bobby Milk by neighborhood kids. His life grew even more complex when his devout grandparents secretly baptized him in 1945, creating silent tension with his non-religious parents. Raised by his hardworking mother in Greenwich Village and Little Italy, De Niro spent much of his childhood alone. Movies became his escape. His father often took him to the theater, where he became fascinated by film, especially Greta Garbo. Then, fate stepped in. His mother's job typing scripts at a drama workshop led to free acting classes. At 10, he made his stage debut as the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz. By 16, he made a bold decision. He dropped out of school to pursue acting. He briefly attended the High School of Music and Art, but left after just 3 days, uninterested in academics. Instead, he studied people, joining a small Italian gang at 15 and learning the mannerisms that would later shape his performances. Then, at 17, his life shifted again. On September 5, 1960, he joined the Stella Adler Conservatory, mastering method acting. Though he attempted night classes to finish high school, acting had consumed him. There was no going back. His film debut, The Wedding Party, 1963, faced delays and wasn't released until 1969. Though small and largely unnoticed, it marked the beginning of his career. But in 1973, everything changed. His breakout role in Bang the Drum Slowly as a dying baseball player showcased his raw talent. He trained for months with the St. Louis Cardinals, bringing authenticity to the role. The film was a success, earning $5 million and putting him on Hollywood's radar. That same year, he met Martin Scorsese. Their first film, Mean Streets, premiered just months later. De Niro played Johnny Boy, a reckless gambler, stealing every scene with his explosive performance. Filmed on a shoestring budget, the production faced real-life obstacles, including paying off mobsters. But it became an instant classic. Critics raved. De Niro won Best Supporting Actor, and suddenly he was Hollywood's newest star. Then, in 1974, everything changed again. Robert De Niro became a legend. In 1974, De Niro became a household name with The Godfather Part 2, playing a young Vito Corleone. To prepare, he spent 4 months mastering the Sicilian dialect, and his dedication paid off. He won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor at just 31. True to his workaholic nature, he skipped the ceremony, busy filming in Italy. His win cemented his status, proving he was more than just a rising star. Then came Taxi Driver, 1976, a career-defining role. To embody Travis Bickle, he got a real taxi license, drove 12-hour shifts for months, lost 35 pounds, and studied PTSD-stricken war veterans. His iconic "You talkin' to me?" line was unscripted, a glimpse into his raw talent. He pushed himself further in Raging Bull, 1980, training with real boxer Jake LaMotta before gaining 60 pounds to play the older version of his character. The weight gain was so extreme, doctors warned him never to do it again, but it won him an Oscar for Best Actor. For The King of Comedy, 1982, where he played an obsessed fan, he met a real stalker and even secretly followed Jerry Lewis, mimicking his every move. In Goodfellas, 1990, he insisted on wearing real silk underwear and using actual cash on set, even bringing $5,000 of his own. His intensity was unmatched. Once, he smashed a phone in a fit of rage, cutting his hand, but continued the scene, using his real blood for effect. Off-screen, De Niro's personal life was just as eventful. He married actress Diane Abbott in 1976, and they had a son, Raphael, before divorcing in 1988. He then had twin sons via surrogacy with model Tukey Smith. In 1997, he married Grace Hightower, but their relationship was tumultuous, with a near divorce in 1999, a vow renewal in 2004, and an ugly split in 2018. Court battles revealed Hightower's lavish spending habits, with De Niro's lawyer claiming he had to keep working to sustain her lifestyle. Fatherhood remained central to De Niro's life. At 68, he welcomed a daughter, Helen Grace, via surrogacy, making him one of Hollywood's oldest fathers. He even turned down major film roles to spend time with her. His evolving personal life influenced his career, leading him to take on more family-friendly roles like The Intern, 2015. In 2012, Silver Linings Playbook earned him his first Oscar nomination in 21 years. Proving that even after decades in Hollywood, Robert De Niro remained one of the greatest actors of all time. Silver Linings Playbook, 2012. De Niro delivered a raw, emotional performance, even tearing up in an unscripted moment. The film earned over $236 million on a $21 million budget and became the first in 31 years to get Oscar nominations in all 4 acting categories. Though he didn't win, the nomination reminded the world of his brilliance. In 2019, De Niro reunited with Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, a $200 million epic using de-aging technology to show his character across decades. The film received 10 Oscar nominations, and despite mixed reactions to the effects, his subtle, emotional performance was widely praised. With 26 million Netflix views in its first week, it proved De Niro was still at the top of his game. In 2023, he starred in Killers of the Flower Moon, his first Scorsese film with Leonardo DiCaprio. Playing the chillingly manipulative William Hale, De Niro gained weight, endured hours of makeup, and delivered one of his most menacing performances. The Cannes Film Festival audience gave it a 9-minute standing ovation, cementing his legacy once again. Even in his late 70s, De Niro remained unstoppable. He played a talk show host in Joker, 2019, a film that grossed over $1 billion. He co-founded the Tribeca Film Festival and continued producing through Tribeca Productions. In 2023 alone, at 79, he starred in Killers of the Flower Moon, About My Father, and Megalopolis. While many actors slow down, De Niro keeps proving that passion and dedication make legends timeless. On July 2, 2023, De Niro's 19-year-old grandson, Leandro, died of a fentanyl-laced drug overdose. The aspiring actor, who appeared in A Star is Born 2018, was unknowingly sold counterfeit pills. Just weeks later, police arrested a 20-year-old dealer linked to his death, bringing national attention to the opioid crisis. In November 2023, De Niro faced a $12 million lawsuit from his former assistant, Graham Chase Robinson, who accused him of discrimination, harassment, and verbal abuse. De Niro's company, Canal Productions, had previously sued her for misusing company funds. After an intense trial, De Niro was cleared, but his company was ordered to pay Robinson $1.2 million for gender discrimination and retaliation. Despite setbacks, Robert De Niro remains one of Hollywood's greatest actors. Over 7 decades, he has reinvented himself, balanced drama and comedy, and continued to push boundaries. While Hollywood changes, De Niro's legacy stands strong. In July 2023, De Niro's partner, Tiffany Chen, was diagnosed with Bell's palsy after giving birth to their daughter. The condition caused paralysis on both sides of her face, leaving her unable to eat or speak properly. Despite the challenges, De Niro supported her, even joking that she just looked a little stern. In the public eye, De Niro continued to speak out, particularly against Donald Trump. At the Megalopolis premiere in September 2024, he called Trump a clown and criticized his impact on the country. Earlier that year, De Niro also made headlines during Trump's trial, warning that the former president would never leave office if re-elected. His political comments led to controversy, costing him the Service to America Award from the National Association of Broadcasters in June 2024. Some felt he was unfairly punished for speaking his mind, while others believed actors should avoid politics. Through personal heartache and public battles, De Niro proved he was still as bold and outspoken as ever.